Hello guys, this is Sunil Krishna, your educator of history. Okay, I will teach you history in such a manner that all your concepts, datas, facts, and even all the data analysis would be very clear for you. And one more thing is that whenever I will teach you history, it will only depending upon the visual audio presentation, as I am going to teach you about the Indian culture, civilizations, art, and their economical, political, social, cultural activities. It will be represented here by me in such a way, in animated way, that you can grab all those things very easily in your mind. Like whenever you see a movie, what you get the visual audio effect without making any kind of notes, without writing the story of the movie or any web series. You can grab it, you can understand the very easy concept of the movie very easily, because only what you are doing, you are paying attention on the contents. Your mind is not bifurcated in watching and in writing, in making notes. You are not doing all these things. Only what you are paying attention on the contents that is delivered, that is being delivered on the screen. That in such a way, by following all those rules and by following the concept of the movie, I am going to present a story of Indian culture, origin of Indian culture. And the most ancient city of India was Harappa, and the first culture was developed, first urban culture was developed in India in uh, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so my concept will be very easy. By watching the video, I will create the visual audio effect to learn it very easily. So let us begin. As you know, that in the earth you can see India. What India is? India is a country and it is a subcontinent also. Okay, as you can go by zooming in, you can say India, the map of India is very easy. First of all, India was not here. It was the part of the trans Australian plate, and because of the plate tectonic movement, India came to Asian continent. Sorry. Okay, and when it clashed to Asian continent, the mountain, the folded mountain frame is called Himalayan in a many layers. And so many people says that when the India was traveling from trans-Australian plate to Asian plate, it has the culture and civilization on it. That is why in so many old books you can see India is also called the Jambu Dweep. In the slok, in the verse, in the hymns of our Puran and in our mythologies, you can see, you can hear that India is called the Jambu Dweep. Why it is called Dweep? Dweep means island. Island means it is surrounded by all the four sides by water. Means once there was the time when India was in between the sea, and now it is surrounded by three sides from the water body, from Indian Ocean, from Bay of Bengal, and from Arabian Ocean. But when the time was there, when India was not attached to Asian continent, it was called the Jambudweep, just because from the other side, this one northern side was also open and it was in the middle of the ocean. That's why it is called the Jambu Dweep. It means Jambu Island. Why? It is written, and scientists have also proved that. Alfred Wegener, Harry Hess, and Morgans, when you will go through the rules of the tectonic movements and continental drift theory in your geography, you will see that India was literally the part of the it was the part of island. Means it was the island once. Now it has become the peninsula, because peninsula is surrounded by all the three sides and one side from the land. Okay, so by the way, this was a little information about India and the origin of Indian continents in Asia. Okay, let's go ahead and we will move and we'll see that sorry, just wait. As we know that the first culture in India was developed, the culture, I'm talking about the culture, not about the rural or about the hunter gatherers and about all those stone age. I'm not talking about that. When the human evolution starts revoluting itself, and the evolution was going on, the man was only an animal. After some time, it became gradually upgraded for from different kind of mechanism, different kind of activities, and he learned from nature, he learned from science also, and the technology has been invented. And before Indus Valley civilization, every Indian and every human was early man. He do not know many things about the civilizations, but suddenly that happened, that the urban culture developed. Why in between no rural culture was developed by Indians or by any other human beings in India? Because it is mentioned also in our history that India directly evolved to the urban section. And you can see in India, this portion, the triangular portion, that the major portion of this triangular section city is also held in Pakistan also, or in Afghanistan. But you can see this triangular portion is called Indus Valley civilization, because this civilization developed in all the 7 rivers that are the tributary rivers of Indus, Sindhu. That's why its name held uh, Indus Valley civilization, because the first civilization was born here. Why it is called civilization? Because here every people was civilized, and he lives in a social, economical, and he was following all the rules of the social, right, like we are following like a civic sense. Okay, so this portion is called the Indus Valley civilization. And when you will go through, you will see that this is the oldest culture, this is the oldest civilization in the world. Many people says that it was influenced by Mesopotamia, it was influenced by Babylonia, it was influenced by Misr, and many other Egypt, and many other countries were also there. Those countries were also blooming within India. But India is called the oldest civilized country in the world. Is that clear? And now we will go, when I'll go through, and we will see that history of India is very unique. And it is classified into 3 parts: ancient, medieval, and modern history. Okay, in ancient history, as I will teach you, and I will give you a mind map so that you can learn it very easily, that ancient history is the history of Hindus and many other religions. In medieval history, I can classify it as the classification in the form of Muslims, Islamic sector. And in modern history, we will see that Christians are also came here. In such a way, I can classify history in a unique way. This is, I know that this is the different thing what you are watching on your screen, but officially, history cannot be classified in such a way. History, when you will go, you will see that history can be classified into 3 different types. That is called prehistory, proto-history, officially I am dividing it, and history. Okay, what is prehistory? There should be no any difficult word to explain it. In a very simple layman style, I am going to explain that what is prehistory. Those history that can never be written and never be read by anyone. This history is known as prehistory. But in proto-history, it is written by an in an script, but that script could not be read. It means it is written but could not be read by anyone. This history is known as proto-history. And the history is when the history is written and history is read by anyone and everyone. The script has been fully developed. This history is known as historical era. Okay, when we talk about the examples of the prehistory, then in Stone Age and the early humans, they were the form of the prehistory. As we come to proto-history, the example would be Indus Valley civilization and some part of Vedic culture also, because in Indus Valley civilization, the script was Brushtovedon, and it was never read by someone. It was a pictorial. It was a pictorial images, and that's why it could not be read by anyone. That's why it is kept in the middle of proto history. Okay, why Vedic culture's history is not considered in historical section? Some of them, because some of the Vedic culture's books, the mythologies that we found, we could not be able to read those them also. That's why we keep some of the Vedic culture's books, some of the Vedic culture's evidence in proto history also. And after the Vedic culture or the Ladakh Vedic culture, Mauryan, Guptas, okay, and other sections, medieval and modern, all these histories are written and read by everyone. That's why it will come in the part of history section. Okay, in this way you can classify history. But I gave you one more way to think and write. Whenever you write your answer in your civil services examination in a different way, you get the good marks and a good attraction. You are attracting your examiner, you are attracting your teacher, the person who is checking your copy. He will be impressed by seeing different kind of answers, and I gave you to write in such a way. Okay, now we will go to see that why this portion is only very famous. Why this portion is called Indus Valley Civilization? Because here you can see that it is a water portion also. Here you can see some land, and here are some mountainous geographical feature also. This is the physical feature of Indus Valley Civilization. Here you can see the well-groomed cities were developed by Dravidians. Listen to me very carefully. It is told that the Indus Valley Civilization's people were Dravidian, but after when the Aryans came here and attacked the Dravidian, they will have to leave this area, and all the Dravidian went to the southern portions. Means nowadays whatever we are watching, the southern Deccan portion is full of Dravidians. But once they were in the northern section, but as the Aryans came, they were also called the superior and the elite people. They fought with them and they expelled them out to the unfertile section. That section is Deccan plateaus, and they have captured all the irrigated and all the fertile area in their for their family and for their culture. Now that's why it is called the Sub-Sandhav province. Why the Sub-Sandhav province it is called? Because there are 7 tributaries, rivers of Indus Valley civilizations are flowing. And one more thing, this portion is also called Aryavarth. Why it is called Aryavarth? Because Aryans has taken place here by expelling out the Dravidians to the south. Is that clear? That's why you will see that all those South Indian people is still, they do not like us, because they literally know the real they literally know the real Indians who are. They were the real Indians. We are from we came from the you ever heard about in a book there it is written that Aryans have come from Gomal Darra, Gomal passes, Bolan passes. Have you ever heard about it? After crossing the Hindu Kush Parvat, Hindu Kush mountain, they came here. They came to different Iran, in Iran also. They came to Arab also, and in one strip also came here in India. And they were coming from Central Asia, that is also known as Asia Minor. It is also known as some part of Bactria. Okay. How do we know that? Because when we go to Iran, we see that there is the similarities between the culture of them and the culture of Indians. They also have some gods in their mythology. That mythology is called Jindavesta. In Jindavesta and in Bogaj Koi epic, sorry, in Bogaj Koi epitaph, you will see there is a script written that there are 4 gods: Indra, Mitra, Varun, and Nasatya. Nasatya, it is the god of surgery. It is god of health. It is god of means health. Okay, so these gods are similar to our Indians also. Indra is the god of rain and climate. Mitra is the god of fire. They are the friendly because the fire connects the human to God. Okay, and the third is Varun. Varun is the god of air, and Nasatya is the god of all those things which can harm the humans, but this god can save him from all the problems. That's why we say that the culture of Indians is equal to the culture of Iranians by many means. Okay, that's why we say that they have gone in a 3 steps from here to there, and they have captured the fertile portion. And we Aryans are not the real Indian. We are not the real Indian. We have taken the encroachment. We have annexed this portion by from the Dravidians. Okay, so many things are also there. I will explain you in my next class. Till then, we will be stopped here, and that will be sufficient for today's class. Try to be there in the classroom. I will teach you all these things in a very different style and a different kind of facts and in a very easy manner. Okay, thank you and bye-bye.